What's up, guys? Whew. It's been one interesting week, I'll say that. I'll start off by starting off with my last load before I left on break. It was a good shift, and I finished my second load. I call dispatch and they say, hey, you want another one? I'm like, all right, finally a day where I get 3 loads in this one shift, because I'm picking up either from Kermit, Loving, or local hills and delivering it to out in the middle of nowhere. They say it's still in the Loving area, but I would say it's about 45 minutes from Loving, like rangeland, the shipper there. It's about 30 minutes from local hills, and from Kermit it's about an hour and a half. Well, like the last load is picking up out of local hills, so I'm like, all right, cool, I can knock it out pretty quick. I get there, get my load, get back, and finally police road got me. I make it to the well, I get hooked up, and they tell me what silo to unload into. I'm like, all right, cool. It's probably right around 10 p.m. in the evening. I get the blower started. I'm like, all right, pressure, time to pressurize the tank. I look at my gauges and nothing changes. I'm like, oh great, what's going on now? I figured, okay, well maybe the hatch came loose or something like that, because two nights before, that's what the situation was. It wasn't airing up. I was walking around the tank, felt air coming down the side of the tank. I'm like, hatch just came loose. I go up there, close it, tighten everything up. Apparently the guy on the safety rack at Kermit left a couple of the handles loose, so it'd be easier for him to open next time I unload there. So anytime you see the handles not all the way on top of the lid, they're like halfway creeped up, usually do that so it's easier for them to open. It still would hold pressure, but that's not 100%. So it makes it easier for them to open next time we swing by, for them to just get on top of the trailer, knock them loose, and open up the hatch, and that way you can go directly to the silo from there. If you're wondering where I'm at right now, I am right on the east side of Barstow, Texas. I have been at this well before. It was actually episode 2 of how bad are the oil field roads. Let me pull over to this side here, because I don't know what this truck is doing up in front of me. Actually, there's a couple of trucks behind him, little 4-wheelers. And then I got a sand truck coming out of the well right now. I just finished doing was supposed to be a 10-hour break, ended up being a 24-hour break. But anyway, back to the main story. So I get on top, and all the hatches are closed. All the handles are in the down position, like they should be holding pressure. But I hear the air leak, and I hear it strongly from the top part. So I get back on. I actually, because I was at that point, I was on the ladder. I'm like, okay, it's not the hatches, what's going on? I get on top of the trailer, walk towards the first hatch, feel just in case, maybe it's a seal. No, it's fine. Go to the middle hatch, same thing, nothing. Go to the third hatch, nothing. And as soon as I approach the third hatch, I'm hearing it louder and louder. And at the very end, near the front of the trailer, closest to the truck, there's a pipe that goes directly to the top and then leads down to where the rest of the piping is that hooks up eventually to the blower. And it is clean broke, man. I mean, it just broke off. Like, wow. There's no way of patching it up. It's completely broken off. And there's no way for me to pressurize the tank. I'm like, great. Alright, so then I get down, I talk to the sand coordinator, tell him what's going on. He says, well, can you try to offload anything? It's like, well, I could try just doing the, you know, opening the bottom of the hopper and let it blow out. But I'm unloading into a silo which goes like 70-80 feet up in the air, then drops into the silo. But that'll be extremely slow, and I have under a quarter tank of diesel. So I start offloading. I'm looking, I'm like, the gauge is going really slow as far as how heavy the trailer is. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to think of like, I'm not gonna have enough diesel to keep offloading this, and it's gonna take forever. So I decided to cut bait on that. I said, hey, told the sand coordinator, that hey, it's not gonna go. It's gonna take way too long, and I don't have enough diesel for it. So I called dispatch, let them know. It's like, okay, well then leave. You can get all the paperwork, and you're probably gonna have to offload it in a different well eventually, because that day was almost the end of it. So the following, they probably had like maybe another 5 stages before that well was complete. So I head back to Kermit because I was tired. Did a 10-hour break, did some laundry, headed towards town, towards Odessa, because I'm thinking, okay, I was already going to go ahead and take a few days off anyway, so I'll just go do my errands, take it to the yard, drop off the trailer, then go take my truck to go get service, then fly home. So that was the plan. Sorry, I just want to make sure I make it through here, because there's a lot of mud here, and it rained yesterday pretty hard. Alright, we're good there. So, make it to Odessa, hit up the B line because I need to get a PM done. There a couple hours, get it done. Make it to the yard, talk to the mechanic there, kind of tell them what the main issue is, and there's some other issues they need to be handled with as far as the trailer goes. I know it's going to be more than a couple of days, so I'm telling them, hey, I'm going to drop the trailer off, and I'm like, okay, just park it. And it's like, yeah, but I'm disconnecting. It's like, oh, okay, well then we'll have a truck follow you, just drop it. And I was like, it's loaded, do you have any plates? They said, no, the yard's pretty good, you should be able to just, you know, drop it and we'll switch it out. So found a spot. I disconnect my lines, and drop the landing gear, get ready to pull out from under it. As soon as I cleared my fifth gear, I mean my fifth wheel, that sucker sinks about 7 inches.